Coming up on Juice and Java, reporter Maura Vaughn gives us the rundown on the Schaefer Art Museum's new exhibit research.
Plus, our very own Caitlin Campbell will go over the start of the Lunar New Year.
Plus, we get an inside scoop on how to make flower arrangements for Valentine's Day.
All that and more. Juice and Java starts right now. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Maddie Stelk.
And I'm Zach Richter. We'll get to those top stories in a moment, but we begin with the latest on Schoolyard Bagels. Schoolyard Bagels on Marshall Street remains closed this morning.
The bagel store opened its door last Thursday and was supposed to be open till 3 last night and open at 7 this morning. However, the store closed during the day yesterday.
The shop now has a sign on the front door saying, quote, "Please be patient during our soft opening." CitrusTV has reached out to Schoolyard Bagels but has not yet heard back. The bagel store recently posting a statement on their Instagram page saying that they will be temporarily closed and are working to reopen to better serve their customers. So we'll definitely keep you updated on any of the latest developments. But definitely very sad for there's a statement actually there on your screen. They said the past 2 days have been a humbling learning experience for us. There were so many long waits there and long lines that they're going to take this time.
Absolutely. I mean, I think honestly, it sounds like they weren't expecting how much overwhelming it was going to be. I mean, the line was out the door all day when they opened.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I just feel, people are probably going to the game today and they're excited to get a bagel.
Want to get a good bagel.
Yeah.
No, it is a bummer, but obviously, it happens. It's difficult to, open a business and everything. So.
Definitely. Well,
Absolutely.
Turning to the weather today, it's actually very warm the past couple days, right?
Yes, we might not have bagels, but we do have perfect weather for a game day, which is fantastic. So our Jude Bazerman is going to tell us more. Jude, is the sun going to stick around all day?
Well, Maddie, Zach, well, it's very warm today as men's basketball takes on the Clemson Tigers here in the Dome. The temperature is going to be 53 degrees, so it's more like a spring day than a typical February day here in Syracuse. But with that being said, spring weather, they bring those spring showers. So showers are going to be scattered throughout the morning, kind of starting right now up until when the game ends around 2 and 3 o'clock. But they shouldn't be that bad. So walking around campus or all around downtown Syracuse, you shouldn't need more than an umbrella to cover yourself up from the rain. And looking ahead into the central New York region today, temperatures are very uniform. So if you're taking a road trip, kind of a longer trip out of Syracuse, no need to bring a change of clothes or change up your plans. Everything's going to kind of be in that 50 to 52 degree temperature range. Even up north by Lake Ontario where it kind of gets a little bit colder because of the wind. Again, going to be that same temperature as well. And heading into tonight, temperature's going to drop just a little bit down to 46 degrees. But with that being said, the rain's going to stop at 8 o'clock. So there's no excuse not to get outside and enjoy that great weather. Walk around, hop some bars, enjoy some parties, just hang out with your friends while this warm weather lasts. And then looking at the traffic, today, if you're going to be out and about around the Syracuse area, taking the highways, besides the bridge on Midler Avenue that's been under construction for quite a while now, very light traffic on I-81, both northbound and southbound, as well as 690 and I-90. So if you're heading east, west, north, south, no matter where you're going today, the traffic really is not going to be that bad, even with the game and the rain. So with the good weather, it's good to say that there's not going to be that much traffic. Zach, Maddie, back to you guys.
Enjoy that warm weather while it lasts. Jude, thank you. And the Schaefer Art Museum opened a new exhibit's research yesterday to the public. Here to tell us more about the exhibit called To Understand and to Be Understood and the graduate students' research is reporter Maura Vaughn. Good morning, Maura.
Maddie, good morning. What a gorgeous game day weather we're having today. And if you want to do something fun after the game today, then come on down to the Schaefer Art Museum to check out the exhibit To Understand or Be Understood, which highlights the Asian diaspora from the 60s to the 80s. Now, Syracuse University graduate students have been researching for months on these pieces and why they are so important for students to learn about.
I think there's sound. I think there's. We want to apologize for some of those technical difficulties there. Well, beginning today, Syracuse University's library's Blackstone Launchpad is celebrating National Entrepreneurship Week. The celebration will include workshops throughout the week from guest speakers on topics like creating generational wealth from small businesses, investor readiness, and product analytics. The Launchpad will offer one-on-one advisory sessions and alumni and peer mentors to consult with student entrepreneurs in the program. The library has events scheduled for the SU and SUNY ESF communities through next Saturday.
And 8 members of the Orange community will be honored at the Alumni Awards this Friday. 2 new awards are being introduced this year, with one honoring a student. The celebration is free to attend in the National Veterans Resource Center. Alumni classes of 64 and 74 will also be celebrating milestone reunions over the weekend. The celebration is usually held in the fall, but was rescheduled to encourage more students to go.
And Maddie, today's Chinese Lunar New Year, and that officially marks the start of the new year and the spring season. And as Citrus TV's Caitlin Campbell explains on how students can join in on the celebration and get involved right here on campus. And Central New York Ballet is challenging the traditional approach to how a dance team operates. Their new team is focusing on giving a voice for their creative direction to all levels of the company.
The small group of dancers made headlines after being fired by Syracuse City Ballet while on strike for better working conditions. They report that their previous artistic director contributed to a hostile work environment and took complete control of creative direction. The
team makes their grand debut this spring with Swan Lake Act 2 and Bolt Arrow as their first 2 major performances. I know I'm going to be there for at least one of them.
That's amazing. I love going to ballets. I love going to the Nutcracker, and now for the new season in the spring, I can't wait to see what they have.
Yeah, definitely.
It's spectacular.
I feel like you would, like before you even telling me that, I could tell you're a big Nutcracker fan.
I was, and I was also a ballet dancer growing up. Obviously not as professional as the people we see on our screen behind us, but I did dabble in ballet a little bit. It was a lot of fun.
You didn't look
and I really
like that?
enjoyed it. I did not look, I wish I looked like that. They're very graceful, very beautiful. Maybe someday, maybe someday.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a fan of New Orleans themed Mardi Gras, you're in luck. The first ever Jazz Mardi Gras celebration is coming to Central New York this Tuesday, with the celebration kicking off at Persimmon's restaurant in Baldwinsville's Timber Banks.
And the restaurant is preparing for a number of dishes inspired by New Orleans cuisine like blackened chicken and jambalaya.
I love jambalaya. It's so good. No, seriously, it's the best.
I've never had it before, but several local bands are also set to perform, with Syracuse premier Dixie's Land Band with Soda's Ass 6 headlining the event from 6 to 9 p.m. Persimmon's restaurant says they strongly recommend to make reservations if you plan on attending.
That sounds like so much fun. I know a lot of people are actually in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, SU students who've, taken flights out there, but I'm excited to celebrate it right here in Central New York.
Definitely. My sister actually goes to school in New Orleans.
Yeah, she goes to Tulane, right?
Yes, so she's been celebrating all week, so it's good that we could celebrate here in Central New York.
Absolutely. And Zach, we're just 4 days away from Valentine's Day.
That's true. After the break, we'll show you how one local flower shop is preparing. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. We're joined now by flower store owner, or district manager actually, of all six locations, is that correct, of St. Agnes Flower Shop, Hannah Cecil. Welcome, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and we actually got the opportunity yesterday to make our own flower bouquets, or Hannah was showing us how to make them. So kind of just describe the process of what goes into making those flowers.
Absolutely. I did actually bring in the arrangement that I made yesterday for everyone to see. We start by filling the vase with water that has flower food already in it. And then we use the greenery here to start our base. And then I typically pick flowers in a certain color scheme depending on what the customer wants, or if it's just something that is my own creation, which this is what this was. I picked pinks and some purples, and I put it together. You cut the stems at an angle, and then you kind of do it so that you can have it all around. You do want something on the forward-facing side.
So
absolutely.
I know we talked a little about that yesterday, but what's the reason for cutting the stems at the angles?
It allows the water and also the flower food in the water to get up to the head of the flower quicker, which allows the flowers to be longer lasting.
Gorgeous. I need to take all of these tips. We were talking about my dying tulips yesterday. I really need to take, I have to do the penny too. I was needed to get a penny and everything.
There's us yesterday at the floral shop.
This is us at the shop. It's beautiful, all perfectly decorated for Valentine's Day. I'm super excited to hopefully get some flowers. And you even got a card from there as well.
Yes, I did.
Which is very, very exciting. But looking at the business side of things, I mean, you were talking about how Valentine's Day, is it the busiest day of the year for you guys?
Typically, the specific day, yes. It's also rivaled with Mother's Day week.
Yes.
But typically, Valentine's Day is the busiest day of the year.
And so I know the Super Bowl's tomorrow, but I feel like your guys' Super Bowl is going to be on Wednesday, getting all those orders. What's that process look like on Valentine's Day for you guys?
Typically, all of the orders are already completed either tomorrow or the day prior to Valentine's Day, so that way we're not rushing. So we're going to be there all day tomorrow, all day Wednesday, or Monday, Tuesday, and then hopefully be there very early on Wednesday to get everything completed and out the door.
Very nice.
Okay, so you're a grad student here now at SU, but you also went here for undergrad, correct?
I did.
So what's the journey been like to go from undergrad student to now district manager of the flower shop?
It's definitely been a wild ride. I worked my whole undergrad at this flower shop actually, and I've worked my way up the ladder, and I've gotten to experience all 6 locations over the last couple of years as we've expanded.
So is flower making something that you've always enjoyed doing? Is that how you got into it?
No, actually. My uncle is the one that owns the 6 businesses. I just started as somebody that was processing the flowers, so I just started cutting them. I wasn't even designing. The designing, I would say, took a life of its own.
So beautiful.
Yeah, natural talent for sure. It sounds like
you.
It runs in the family, which is good. Oh my gosh.
How do you choose, so you're talking about how you choose like the different flowers, but how do you choose like all the other leaves and everything?
The greenery, I kind of start with the same greens no matter what. It's called leatherleaf. It's a longer lasting fern. And then I normally try to grab 2 or 3 different other kinds of greenery. And greens vary from like a gray to all the way to a deep darker green. So I like to have multiple shades of the greens so that it kind of gives the eye different places to go.
For our viewers, that's actually yesterday us making this arrangement. So if you get a full
pretty.
one, yeah.
Yeah, I remember we talked about how odd numbers are your friend, to always have like an odd number of everything, and then the middle placement to kind of showcase. Oh yes, the feature flowers showcase the centerpiece. And this is gorgeous, especially for the spring weather that we've been having, which is amazing. But going back to Valentine's Day, roses are the big thing. How many roses do you have downstairs where you guys are at now?
We probably have close to 3,000 roses right now in store.
Oh my God.
And by probably 3 o'clock on Wednesday, we will be completely sold out.
Okay, so the goal is if you want to get your flowers, you got to get there early.
Yes, hopefully.
So do you guys, for Valentine's Day, do you guys take walk-ins, or is it only like call ahead?
We take walk-ins all day long. We normally try to get everyone out by 5 because we close at 5. Every Valentine's Day we always end up going over just by a little bit, which is totally fine. But we do, as far as walk-ins go, it's normally the loose wraps, so it would be without a vase. We do have some pre-made arrangements that you guys can buy as you're coming in as well.
Wow. And we were looking at the order stack yesterday. Does it just keep growing for?
Yeah, we're at about 150 right now.
Wow.
And we obviously have all weekend to keep going, to keep taking them. We are offering free delivery on Monday and Tuesday if people are opting to go a day or two early.
Might have to take you guys up on that.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. That's a huge, especially for SU students who a lot of people don't have cars. Like the delivery would be super clutch.
Myself.
Yes, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, this is just absolutely gorgeous. So will you be making a lot of the bouquets on Valentine's Day then?
Hopefully no. We are really trying hard to pre-make everything just so that we can make sure that we're getting everything there in a timely fashion. A lot of people order them going to either schools or to businesses, so we are in a time crunch typically on Valentine's Day.
And going back, so how many delivery drivers are working for you?
On Valentine's Day, I have 8 for this particular location. Every other location is a little bit different, but we vary between probably 5 and 12 depending on the location.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, very, very good. Well, looking forward to the Valentine's Day season for sure. And I guess the lesson is if you want flowers at last minute, you got to get there early or else they're going to sell out.
Or
Absolutely.
call ahead.
Yes, you can always call ahead.
Yeah, Hannah, thank you so much for joining us in studio today.
Thank you for having me.
When we come back, Zach, are you ready for tomorrow?
I don't even know if I am yet, but I got my buffalo chicken dip ready to make and your full Super Bowl rundown right after the break.
Well, Zach, tomorrow is one of the biggest days in both sports and entertainment.
That's right, Maddie. And our Citrus TV entertainment correspondent, Riley Underwood, joins us now here this morning about what to expect from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a good one, but let's start off talking about the halftime performance because this is what a lot of eyes are going to be on. It's going to be headlined by Usher. He's been talking a lot recently about his choreography, so there's going to be a lot of backup dancers. A lot has gone into this performance, and roller skating. He even said that he might be roller skating around the stage. I don't know what's up with that, but that should be fun. And he's going to have some company. Yesterday, Alicia Keys was announced as a special guest. They'll be performing their 2004 hit, My Boo, together. And online, he's been teasing other special guests as well, so this might not be the only one we're seeing. Lil Jon and Ludacris might be coming. We've been hearing rumors of Justin Bieber because he was actually a mentor to Justin Bieber throughout his career, so they're good friends, and that would be a treat if they could come out in Las Vegas and put on a show. But it won't just be the halftime shows. We'll be seeing Reba McEntire and Post Malone with the pregame performances, seeing God Bless America and the Star Spangled Banner. And another fun thing they're doing is for the first time they'll be having an in-game DJ. So Cascade, the DJ, will be there to mix pregame on his DJ board and during the break. So it's more of the fans there will see it, but we'll still see it on the television, I'm sure, as well. And it should be a really entertaining game to watch. Not just the game, but the performances too.
Absolutely. I have to say I'm more there for the performances and the commercials, of course. And I'm excited to see Usher. That's going to be nostalgic for me. I remember DJ Got Us Falling in Love was like my big song as a kid.
So can you do the like Usher,
Usher, yeah, man.
Okay,
you know?
well, besides the
really
halftime
good.
performance and everything, can you talk a little bit more about the game?
Well, the game, that's the main event we're going to be seeing. And let's talk about the defending champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. They haven't lost since Christmas. The big name, obviously, is the guy under center, Patrick Mahomes. He's been here before. Two-time Super Bowl champ, two-time MVP, two-time Super Bowl MVP. This guy's electric, probably the most talented player of all time in NFL history. And he'll be throwing passes to his tight end, Travis Kelce. Probably the best of all time at his position as well. The receiving core has been a little more shallow than Mahomes has been used to in past years, but Kelce really has stepped it up. He had some drop issues during the regular season. Postseason, he's stepped it up. He's the player to watch, and the defense will be focused on. And the run game, Isaiah Pacheco, he's a really hard runner, and you need that to mix up the offense. Real tough guy, Rutgers, local guy. And about the defense, L'Jarius Sneed, the corner, he's been on a tear these past few weeks. Big play after big play. He follows the other team's best receiver wherever he goes. And for the San Francisco 49ers, that guy's Deebo Samuel, dynamic pass catcher. He can play out of the backfield too. He played a lot of running back last year, so be careful for the trick play. He's not just a threat in the passing game. He can run it as well. And Christian McCaffrey, the real running back, the offensive player of the year. He kind of gets lost in the fold, if that's even possible, because there's just so many parts of this offense that go into winning these football games. George Kittle, too, a great tight end, a really good pass catcher, and a really, really good pass blocker, too. Hard to bring him down when Big 85 is barreling down the field. And Brock Purdy, he started as the third-string quarterback last year. Now he's leading them to the Super Bowl. They think he's the guy. They got rid of Trey Lance. He's in Dallas. They got rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. He's in Las Vegas, not playing in the Super Bowl, but he's playing for the Raiders. And Purdy really has not disappointed this year. Great game manager. And their defense is phenomenal, too. Nick Bosa and Chase Young on the edge. Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw. He's had a great postseason. And it's Charvarius Ward. He's been great, too. Kind of a revenge game for him because he played on the Chiefs for 4 years. Now he's going to be the best corner for the San Francisco team playing for the Niners.
Wow. And Riley, two big questions for you. Number one, who do you got in the game? And number two, is Taylor Swift going to make it there?
Well,
that's my question.
I'm a Kansas City guy. I'm a Chiefs fan, so I got to go with the boys. Kansas City, they're taking it home. Patrick Mahomes, his third Super Bowl MVP. He's going to win it tomorrow. And the score, 31-20. It's going to be a repeat of Super Bowl 54 with these same two teams. I'm going with the Chiefs. And
you're giving us a full score prediction right now.
I'm giving you the full score prediction,
Wow.
so you can take the tape after and when just remember it. Don't remember it if it's wrong, but
All right,
if it's
so
right.
31-20, right?
31-20.
31-20, and Taylor Swift will make it for
Taylor
Tokyo.
Swift will make it.
That's my prediction.
Well, Riley, thank you so much as always. Always so knowledgeable on all the entertainment going on. All right, well, there's still a lot more ahead this morning on Juice and Java, and it's been warming up here in Syracuse. Our Jude Bazerman will be back with one last look at your weather.
Stay with us.
Be a little bit colder than it is today, 36 degrees with no sun kind of peeking through. A little bit of a chance of rain, but really shouldn't really be a concern for tomorrow when you wake up. But looking at the full forecast for the next couple of days, today again going to be very warm at 53. Tomorrow for the Super Bowl when the Chiefs win, it's going to be a little bit colder, but again, the whole country should be excited because they all love the Chiefs and Taylor Swift. Monday, it's going to be the exact same weather as tomorrow with 39 degrees and cloudy. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, temperature's going to keep decreasing, but the sun's going to start to peek through just a little bit, which is always good to see in Syracuse because, as we all know, sometimes the sun likes to hide in January, February, and March. And I just want to share this too. Near my apartment on South Campus on Wednesday evening, I mean, everyone knows the sunsets here in Syracuse are beautiful, and this is taken with my iPhone 8. So the fact that it's showing this, yeah. But I just wanted to just show you guys, it's amazing. I mean, I'm a big nature guy, so just looking at pictures of the sunset, especially after, I mean, literally a month of not seeing the sun. It was just so great to see that.
Wow, that's beautiful. And I know we were predicting rain for today, but I mean, last time I checked outside, it's still very nice sunny out. So I'm hoping that sticks.
Yeah, I mean, as we all know, sometimes the weather kind of switches on and off. But yeah, it's going to be on and off again after the game goes on. But like you said, I'm trying to enjoy the day outside. Right. I really don't want there to be rain either.
Well, we can, absolutely.
And Jude, so one more question for you. So It's warm out right now. It was warm yesterday. But next week it's going to be pretty chilly, right?
Yeah, it's going to go down. Temperature's going to drop off just a little bit, but at the same time, in February, I mean, I remember last year it was minus 24 at one point with the wind chill. So 32, 35, 38, it's really not the worst thing in the world. Definitely not as bad as IFB coming out of your ear on live TV. So it is going to drop off just a little bit, but again, the temperatures we're seeing right now, very out of the ordinary. So my advice, just enjoy it while you can.
Absolutely, and hopefully good weather tomorrow in Las Vegas for the Super Bowl. But that won't be the only sporting event this weekend. More importantly, in my opinion, the annual Puppy Bowl, a game that mimics the NFL championship, but with puppies. I mean, who doesn't love that? It will also kick off this Sunday. Well, one local athlete, or Pupthlete, will be the star of the 20th Puppy Bowl.
Willie Nelson from North Syracuse has made the starting lineup for Team Rough this Sunday. Willie was recruited when he was a puppy at Helping Hounds Dog Rescue after he and his siblings were transported from Texas through Humans Tomorrow's Love on Wheels program. He, along with all the 131 canines in the Puppy Bowl, can be adopted. And you can watch these pups find their forever homes this Sunday at 2 p.m. on Animal Planet, Discovery, TBS, CitrusTV, Discovery, Plus, or Max, a lot of different platforms. So are you guys going to be watching the Puppy Bowl or the Super Bowl?
Ooh.
I'm going to have to go with both. I mean, it's on the same channel, so.
It's on at different times. But
at different times, but same channel. I'll definitely be watching for sure. I love puppies.
Yeah.
Puppies just doing anything is just absolutely adorable. I have to check it out.
I was about to say, Maddie, like you said, good thing they're not on at the same time. I love football. I love dogs. Tomorrow should be a really fun day. I'm excited for it.
Absolutely. Well, that's all for Juice and Java this morning.
Check us out online at CitrusTV.com and follow us at CitrusTV on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Zach Richter.
And I'm Maddie Stelk. Have a great day, Syracuse.